am the great KHM. And let's play some Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 69. And, well, I'm sure there's a joke somewhere in there. Let's not put ourselves in position to make it, and instead have a look at Eve. A planet full of evil and purple hatred. This planet has been my nemesis for the past several months, as I have repeatedly tried to go to it and failed. But it has occurred to me that in order to conquer this planet and show this planet who is boss, we cannot just send astronauts there immediately. No, we need to send some probes there and gather some information and get some infrastructure set up in preparation for the arrival of our Kermit. Alright, we have just entered the sphere of influence of Eve, and I believe we have about 10 hours till our parapsis. Yeah, right there. Oh, 10 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, and let's have a look at our map situation here. Ah, there's Eve. Wow, we're actually a fair ways away from it, but we're still within the sphere of influence, which is good. Alright, we need to start burning in a downward type direction. Let's see what direction is normal. I can never remember. Is normal minus it? Ah, okay, yep. Looks like this is what we want here. Probably. Maybe. We just passed what we want, so maybe it's rad minus. And just to kind of double check, just to make sure. Remote control from here. I have no idea where this thing's going. Right, I guess that wouldn't be straight down, would it? Alright, normal minus. Yeah, I can never remember which ones these are. You know, I'm just gonna let it go until it stops, and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, this thing seems to be pointing... Oh no, it's still... okay. It stopped there. Let's see... Yeah, I don't think that's what we want. Let's go with rad minus again. Well, that doesn't quite look right either, but I suspect that that probably is. Well, let's see what happens with our para-abscess when we... Yeah, okay. That's working. Alrighty then. That is, in fact, the direction we want to go. Now then, let's see. Does landing guidance still predict stuff? Show landing predictions. Does not re-enter. There's arrow braking nodes? Okay, well. Alrighty then, so I'm gonna throttle up. And, let's see, where's the planet? Did it switch? No, it didn't. Okay. Planet should be directly below us. Ah, yeah, there it is. There's Eve. Alrighty then, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this burn. Alright, well, we've done the initial burn. Now we need to get closer and perform an adjustment burn so we can get the arrow braking just right. So let me see here. 9 hours times 60 times 60. Be that number. Wait. Can we do 9H? We can. Sweet. Yeah. That might be a little too close or something. Anyway. So, I think about 98 kilometers will, a 98 kilometer para-abs will probably get us what we want. 9.5H. Remove. Create node. 10H. Oops. Remove all nodes. Create node. It's not a whole lot. I wish it would tell me what the altitude would be that I'd be at that point. Oh well, let's execute this. Hopefully it's not within the atmosphere, although I don't think it is. Just to double check. Okay, because it flipping around to lower its altitude, usually probably not a good thing. Okay, and the cool thing about the predicted aerobraking thing is it actually seems to be, seems to give me the predictions for the maneuver node, which is awesome. No longer do I have to, thrust around to experiment there. What's it doing here? I have no idea what it's doing. Try this. Okay, let's just remove that. Let's go ahead and warp to, let's see, Paraapsis. Let's go. Start with 3 hours out. Warp to our Paraapsis. See. Interesting. Okay. And now we're at 3 hours from our Paraapsis. Let's see. 2 hours from that create node. It's like an insignificant amount. Okay, let's get to 2 hours out. Remove the node. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at this on the map here. Alright, let's get to about 1 hour out. Oops. That. Okay, we are a lot further away than I was actually anticipating. Let's see, how much Delta V would be required 30 minutes from now? Well, it's still an insignificant amount, but, Let's see, we are quite a ways out still. Alright, let's have a look-see. Alright. I think that will probably be safe. Alright, let's give that a try. Whoa. Okay. Saw that planet headed for us and got a little scared there. Just readjust this pop filter. There we go. Alright. Yes. Okay, we're almost there. Just need to point the ship in the right direction now. 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. Okay. Let's go ahead and abort. Remove nodes. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty decent orbit there. So, let me see here. Well, I guess we'll point ourselves in prograde and see how well we fare. Yes. With any luck, we'll make it out of this in one piece. Alright. And let's go ahead and speed ourselves up. Wait, what? Hyperbolic? Alright, well, let's get a bit closer and see what it says. See... Yes, let's get that down to... Let's get to about 2K up. Maybe 3K, or 300K, I mean. So I guess that'd be 0.3 M. Anyway, yes, so 300K up. 300 to 200. We'll stop. It looks like we're going to be aero braking on the night side. Which sucks, but, meh. Okay, you know what? Let's, this a little bit early here. Yeah. Create node. Move node. Alright, create node. We'll point this in the direction of the node. Move that. We don't need to see that. Go away. Thank you. Try lowering our para-apsis just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. So that we are not on so we don't have a hyperbolic orbit there. What do I have selected? Alright, I'll bring it down to 68.2. Alright. Move all nodes. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good right there. Oh. Well, that didn't take long. Oops, wrong one. Ah, crap. Let's see if we can flip this around, because we are apparently headed out. Shoot. Alright, well, our periapsis was apparently not low enough, so now we have to expend some additional fuel to lower it. Which sucks, but them's the brakes, I guess. At least we won't have to expend nearly as much as we would have had to otherwise. I hope. Alright, let's see, how much Delta V have we got currently? Delta V. It's hard to read it through this thing. We have about 2,548 Delta V. So, let's go ahead and throttle up here. Map. Okay, there we go. That didn't require too much. I keep thinking, no, my brain keeps thinking that this is in a perfect circular orbit around the planet, so it's like, why isn't it around there? Oh, something's wrong, but no, it's fine, it's correct. It's just screwing with me. Alrighty then. And now for the next part of our plan here. We need to get this up to the apoapsis. Let's see. Actually, wait, hold it. Change paraapsis to, let's go to, let's say 150 at apoapsis. Create node. Warning, orbit is hyperbolic, so apoapsis does not exist. I'm clearly seeing an apoapsis here. Create node. Okay. Tell it to execute. Wait, abort. What's going on here? Alright, maybe we just need to lower it a bit more. No, we should be fine. create node. Okay, execute node. Maybe it was because we were fast forwarding that was having issues there. Alright, let's get rid of this. We don't need to know that. Wow, that is a funky looking orbit. And the orbit of Gilly there is just throwing me off. Man, it's just messing with my mind. Gilly, why do you have such a freakish orbit? I know, captured asteroid and all that, but still, it's a freaky orbit. It's like they came up with that orbit specifically to screw with my mind. Actually, wait, hold it. Well, no. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Alright. So once this thing gets up in, once this thing gets out of the atmosphere, it'll be time for the next part of the plan. Oh, yeah, we don't need this anymore. We don't need that no more. Perfect. That'll work. It's out of the atmosphere. It's good. Let's remove that. We don't need that. Okay, and once this thing points retrograde, it'll be time to detach this thing here. And you know what? I just realized I never actually told you guys what my plan is. Well, basically, what I need to do, or what my plan here is, this actually has two main phases. After we are no longer crashing to the planet and remain within its sphere of influence, which we currently are, we have a part that will go to Gilly. That's this main part here. It's a space station with a Kethane satellite, or a Kethane detecting satellite, which we'll put in polar orbit around Gilly to search for Kethane. And this will provide support for any ships that need to be refueled that we'll send here later on. This thing will basically move it to Gilly, get it into position and everything. And then we have this other part here, which we can't really look at very well. Alrighty then, anyway. This part here has a Kethane detector. It is a complete Kethane detecting satellite all in of itself. And housed inside of the fairings are some probes that we'll use to have a closer look at the surface of Eve after we do a little bit of scanning. Yes. So, let me see here. Trying to get a good view of this. Alrighty then, and now we shall decouple this off. Put SAS on. Alrighty then. You shall point to the retrograde here. Awesome. And because this thing uses ion drives, we are going to need power. Lots and lots of power. Thankfully, it looks like the the sun's in a good position for giving us power. Let's see here. Okay, good. Do this. And this should activate the engines. Should activate the engines. There we go. Okay, cool. And now we shall power up. Or speed up, something like that. Awesomeness. And I'll fast forward while I put this thing into a orbital, or into a polar orbit. Okay. Now that we are mostly in a polar orbit here, nice beautiful polar orbit, we need to circularize our orbit a bit. And for that we are going to do some more aero braking. Now, because of this thing's incredibly low thrust to weight ratio, we can't get too far down into the atmosphere. But I think let's turn this back on a bit. There we go. 75 kilometers is probably good. Might be fine. I don't know. Yeah. Just turn on SAS so we stop moving around. Alrighty then. And let's go perform some aero braking. Okay, and there we are. Turn that off. Okay, so we are now in a nice circular orbit around the poles. Nice circular polar orbit. Oops. Didn't mean to grab that. Alright. So the next step for this thing here is this thing will map out the cathane, and then the probes. But I think we're going to save both for another episode. Or at least the probes for another episode, and the cathane scan in between this episode and the next. For now, what we need to do is, whoops, we need switch to. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to put this in orbit around Gilly. Let's see. First of all, we need to target Gilly. And... interesting. Now, because of our extreme orbit here, we should be able to change our inclination to match Gilly's orbital plane without too much difficulty. Let's see. Aha, okay. So basically we're too high up. What we need to do is go into a near polar orbit. Interesting. We have an encounter there. Possibly an encounter. Maybe. One second. Alrighty then, so what am I doing here now? Yes. Yeah, maybe if we do it here instead. So, how much delta V would be wait, what the? How much delta V would be required to stop it here? 300. Or 400. That's not too bad, actually. How much delta V do we have? 4,000, yeah, we got plenty. Alrighty then. Yeah. Alright, so let's warp to our maneuver node. Let's go to 120 seconds out. Whoa. We're not even going the direction I thought we were. Retro. Okay, and I'll go ahead and fast forward while I do this burn and line up the plane. There. And now we have our 4-minute Gilly encounter. 2 minutes before soul transition. Actually, I guess that's soy transmission. Or transition. Transition. Soy transition. Alright, and Gilly will be coming up somewhere. You got me as to where? Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's Gilly. Alright, let's see here. Nope. Normal plus. Actually, wait, hold it. Oh, come on. Add the freaking maneuver node. What? No. I want it, like, right here. That's not even the right line, damn you. No. Try again. I want the blue one, not the purple one. Fine. Screw you then. Oh well, retrograde. Whatever, we'll just start thrusting in retrograde. Perhaps if I start burning towards target a bit here. Maybe. Something like that. Whoa. That was not expected. Alrighty then. Okay, can we eliminate 800 units of Delta V? Within a couple of minutes, probably not. But I'm still gonna try. Well, we're doing good. We've almost shaved off 200 Delta Vs, and we're not quite at the para-apsis yet. That gives me hope. Oh, sweet. The time to ghillie escape is not increasing. Or decreasing, something like that. So we might just be able to pull this off. Vessel information. Current thrust to waste ratio is 66. Interesting. So, possibly land on ghillie, though I have no intention of that. Awesome, we're going to do this. We're going to achieve it. Yes! The time till ghillie escape is increasing, which means that we are slowing our velocity down faster than we're moving towards it, or something like that. Anyway, point is we can keep it away indefinitely, which means we can achieve orbit just fine, which is awesome. Yep. And how's our orbit look overall? Starting to match it. Almost there. Almost there. Oh yeah, we're definitely in things orbit now. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Now then, next thing we need to do is detach our Kethane satellite here. Couple. Whoa, that was unexpected. Oh, off. Oh, I see. That's why I did that. It's because it inherited the settings of its parent navigation system. Okay. And let's see here. Let's warp to Apoapsis. Oh, ship looked like it completely just disappeared there. Okie dokie. Retrograde. Activate the engines. Throttle up. Okay. Whoa. Damn camera. Okay. Now, while this thing does not have a whole lot of thrust, kinda doesn't need that much, really. Surface. Heading that. Because Gilly is so small, it doesn't require a whole lot to actually move around it. So let's pull this thing up to, let's say, a 20-kilometer para-apsis. Perfect. A little over, but that's fine. Yes, and that's it. That's all that's required to get this thing into a nice polar orbit. Now we shall go ahead and circularize it. New node planner. 20 kilometers. Create and execute. Let's do 30. Remove all nodes. Okay, create and execute. 60. Create node. Execute node. Alrighty then. In that case, we'll just go ahead and circularize it. Circularize at next para-apsis. Create and execute. Oh, that's cool. We can see the probe that's in orbit, polar orbit around the Eve, perfectly from here. Let's see if we can spot Eve. Where is Eve? Oh, I guess it's on the other side of Gilly. Or not. Oh, it should be. There it is. There's Eve. And that is all that is required for the satellite. So we'll go ahead and switch to this one. Switch to. Okay. And now let's go ahead and do a plane correction for this. Oops. Go ahead and warp to apoapsis. See how close do we get to Gilly here. Darn camera. I hate that camera angle. Well, that was interesting. That is quite a cool asteroid. It really is taking a while. Well, I'll go ahead and fast forward through this burn. And there we are. A nice rounded, zero inclined orbit around Gilly. And now's probably a good time to wrap up this episode. So once again, I am KHM, and in between episodes, I'll be scanning both Gilly and Eve for Kethane, and the next episode we'll be dropping our probes onto Eve. So, see you guys then.